How about at bat to at bat, just throughout the game? How do you learn from any plate appearance, no matter what the result is?
Yeah, I remember hearing that interview with Albert Pujols probably at least 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I don't know. How long has Pujols been in the league?
Since 2000. 2000.
Is it that long? Okay.
Yeah.
So
He got drafted in 99 and then made a rocket right to the big leagues.
Yeah. So, you're looking, this was probably 3 years after he was, a big leaguer.
Yeah.
And he said, when I first got here, I used to make adjustments from game to game. How I'd sit down and think about what happened, during my game and my at-bats, and then I would make an adjustment the next day. He said, then I started making adjustments from at-bat to at-bat. I would kind of dissect what happened my last time up, and then I would make an adjustment for my next at-bat. And he says, now I make adjustment from pitch to pitch. Okay, and what that means is, what is that pitcher trying to do to me? How is he trying to get me out, right? Did he go fast, slow? Does he like to double up and double tap a fastball, then go breaking ball? What is he doing to me right now? And that's what you see when guys step out of the box. And maybe they're adjusting their batting gloves. Maybe they're looking down the left field line. Maybe they're staring into space or they're looking at the barrel. What they're doing is they're using the information to assist with their plan right now. And then, boom, they bring their front foot back into the box, and now it's time to go.
Yeah.
So, making adjustments, I would see, what did I do? Well, this guy just threw 95, and I pulled him foul.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm probably not going to get another fastball. Like, I'm going to slow my rhythm down. If he decides to throw me a fastball in, he's going to win. But I'm going to now cover the outside part of the plate, where maybe I was covering the inside part of the plate with less than 2 strikes because I wanted to juice something. Now, all of a sudden, I'm going to change my rhythm. I'm going to slow my rhythm down. I'm going to let that ball travel, and I'm going to look middle away. And I'm hoping that based on that decision, I still got a chance to get a good hit. Maybe I missed it, right? I had my one pitch. I pulled it foul. Now the count's 0-1. I don't think he's going to throw another fastball in there.
Yeah.
And if he does, good for him. Like, he got me. But if he doesn't, I'm going to be one step ahead of him and give myself a chance to take a breaking ball, up the middle or to right center field. So those are the different – that's how I want my players to think, from pitch to pitch, if you can get to that level. And those aren't mechanical adjustments at all. Like I said, as a coach – I had a couple players that I could tell them, I need you to swing up or down more, or I need you to slow your rhythm down more if you're early. And I could tell them that little thing, and they could take it to the field their next at bat, because I could see that they were swinging up too much and topping the ball. It wasn't necessarily a wrist roll. It was just a swing plane issue. So sometimes you can have little adjustments like that too, but you typically need a coach for that. I try to tell my players, look, for you, not for Johnny, but for you, Jimmy, right? When you pop it up straight to an infielder, like just cut underneath it, that's because you're swinging down too much. Mm-hmm. You're too flat. You pop it straight up. Okay? So maybe I don't need to be there. So Jimmy goes out to his college, and his first at bat, he takes a fastball, and he pops it straight up to a second baseman or something like that, right? He didn't swing up too much. He just cut it too much. He wasn't on plane, right? The pitch was dropping at 10. He swung at 0. He cut it. He popped it up. Okay. Yeah. So then Jimmy goes back and says, you know what, I got to finish higher. I got to swing up a little bit more. Now all of a sudden he swings up at 10 degrees. The ball is coming down at 10 degrees. He gets a double in the right center field gap, whatever it is. So those are more mechanical at bats, and I want my players to know that. But if I'm a hands-on coach and I'm knowledgeable, then I can offer that advice to a player. And you'll know there's players that say, okay, I'll do it. And then there's other players that say, okay, I'll do it. And then we've talked about players like that, hey, you see 3 changeups per at bat, and you see or 4 changeups, and you see 1 fastball. What are you going to look for here? Changeup. Okay, then they take the changeup. What the heck were you looking for? Well, what if he threw me a fastball?
Yeah,
dude, that's 25% of the time.
Right. Those are the guys though that are overthink everything though too, and that's also at times a problem for a hitter as well.
And maybe we talked about Larry Walker, and maybe if you would tell him that kind of information, he'd be like, whoa, dude, that's way too much.
Yeah.
Like, just let my instincts take over. I know that if I do this and do that, then they're going to throw that. Like he might know that without really having to break it down into the X's and O's.